we are talking trivia about episode number 16, Young at Heart. Reggie is played by Dick Williams. He passed away back in 2012, but he enjoyed a long career as a character actor with more than 100 credits to his name. The character of Reggie is going to come up again later, both in the regular series and in the revival. But let me say, this is the original Reggie. They did an excellent job of making a young and old version of Joe Ridley using the same actor. He even sounds younger, which was a nice touch. Gordon Tipple is playing inmate Joe Crandall. We just saw him as a police detective in episode number 11, Eve. Certain amphibians like axolotls, newts, and salamanders can regrow limbs. Recent research has found that axolotls stockpile mRNA, then rapidly increase protein synthesis after an injury to regrow tissue. Typically, we see a decrease in protein synthesis as many systems work to minimize energy uses. It appears an enzyme called mTOR is responsible for turning this feature on. Humans happen to have mTOR as well, but it doesn't operate the same for us. So, cross your newt fingers, you just might be able to regrow lost limbs in the not too distant future. We're going to call this another X-Files future prediction. Age progression software was initiated in around 1989 by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children to help find missing kids who had aged since the time of their disappearance. Young Barnett kills Reggie, and this scene had to be modified a few times to get past Fox's censors. As I mentioned before, this is a dark episode, and Carter wanted to actually stretch out the murder. Fox ultimately decided the scene needed substantial edits or it would not run on network TV. Now, Mulder and Scully are losing former co-workers at a pretty high rate so far. Jerry LaManna was killed in Ghost in the Machine, Jack Willis dies in Lazarus, and now Reggie Purdue is killed. The child with progeria is Courtney Arciaga. She, along with her parents, were fans of the show, and she loved being on camera. She was very active, despite her condition, and participated in many things, including the Special Olympics. As someone with progeria, she lived a particularly long life. She passed away on New Year's Eve 2017 at 33 years of age. Okay, here's a big one. In a study from June of 2023, researchers were able to reverse the aging of mice with chemical compounds. This process also worked on human skin cells. Dare I say, is this another X-Files prediction they're going to get right? Young Barnett is played by Alan Boyce. They have decided to arm him with a .357 Magnum Taurus 66 with a 6-inch barrel. So, Mulder killed a guy. Scully shot Warren Dupree in Lazarus, and now Mulder has evened the score, 1-1. Scott Kalfer began the script inspired by the idea of a villain who could grow younger and unrecognizable. He showed his work to his old friend Chris Carter, who would go on to rewrite and edit it. It was Carter's idea to add the salamander hand to the story. That's it. That's Young at Heart trivia. Next is number 17, EBE.
Is this your skeptical partner?
She's hot.